Tesla stock did not fail just because it pulled back from $450. The real question is this: can Tesla hold above the $400 breakout zone? If it can, this pullback may not be weakness. It may be the first real test of a new uptrend. Hi everyone, this is Ken. In the previous video, we looked at Tesla breaking through the major $400 level. The key question was simple: was that breakout real? Now we have a little more information. Tesla moved above $400, pushed through $430, and reached close to $450. That was a strong move. But after that, the stock lost momentum and pulled back to around the low $420. So today, we are not going to overreact to one pullback. We are going to look at the structure. By the end of this video, you will know the 3 key price zones to watch, what would confirm the breakout, and what would make us more cautious. First, let's review why $400 mattered so much. Tesla had dropped into the $350 range earlier in April. From there, it recovered toward $400. But $400 was not just a random number. It was a psychological level, a previous resistance area, and it was close to the 200-day moving average. So the real question was not whether Tesla could touch $400. The question was whether Tesla could break above it and stay above it, because a breakout only becomes meaningful when the stock can defend that level after the first pullback. And that is exactly the test we are seeing now. This week, Tesla did break above $400. It moved through $430 and tested the $450 area. But near $450, profit taking appeared and the stock pulled back to around $422. Some investors may see this and think the move is already over, but I would be careful with that conclusion. After a fast rally from the 350s to almost 450, a pullback is natural. The pullback itself is not the problem. The real issue is where the pullback stops. Looking at the daily chart, Tesla's structure has not fully broken yet. The stock is still above the old $400 breakout level. That matters. If Tesla had immediately fallen back below $400, that would be a much more negative signal. But right now, this still looks more like a pullback after a strong move, not a complete breakdown. Of course, that can change. If Tesla clearly loses $400, then we need to reassess. But for now, the market is simply testing whether buyers are still willing to defend the breakout zone. Now let's talk about RSI. Previously, RSI was quite hot on both the daily and 4-hour charts. That showed short-term overheating. Now, RSI has cooled down. The 4-hour RSI is around the low 50s and the daily RSI is around the high 50s. To me, this is not automatically negative. A strong rally often needs to cool down before the next move higher. But here is the important point. If RSI can stay near 50 and Tesla holds around the low 420s, the bullish structure still has a chance. If RSI breaks below 50 and price moves closer to $400, then we need to become more cautious. The moving averages are also important. Tesla is trading around the low 420s. The 20-day moving average is near $401. The 50-day moving average is near $386. And the 200-day moving average is near $407. So Tesla is still above the major moving averages. That is positive. But the key zone is $400 to $407. Why? Because $400 was the old resistance, and the 200-day moving average is close to $407. This creates a very important support area. If Tesla holds this zone, the breakout still looks valid. If Tesla clearly breaks below it, the bullish case becomes weaker. Volume also shows some short-term selling pressure. That likely means profit taking after the sharp move toward $450. This is normal, but the question is whether selling stays controlled. If the selling slows around $420, that is healthy. If it accelerates below $400, that becomes a different story. So we should watch price and volume together. A controlled pullback is fine. A heavy breakdown is not. From here, there are three key price zones. First, $420. This is the short-term support area. If Tesla stabilizes here, the pullback remains shallow and the bullish continuation setup is still clean. Second, $400 to $407. This is the most important support zone. Even if Tesla breaks below $420, the bullish case can survive if buyers defend this area. Third, $440 to $450. This is the next resistance zone. Tesla failed near $450 once. If it rebounds and breaks above this zone, bullish sentiment could return quickly. So the scenarios are simple. Scenario 1, Tesla holds around $420 and moves back toward $440 to $450. That would be the strongest bullish continuation pattern. Scenario 2, Tesla breaks below $420 but holds between $400 and $407. That would be a deeper pullback but not a complete breakdown. Scenario 3, Tesla clearly breaks below $400. That would be the warning scenario. In that case, the recent breakout may have been false, and investors may start watching the $390 or even the $370 again. So here is the main point. The important story is not that Tesla pulled back from $450. The real question is where Tesla stops falling. Strong stocks do not move in a straight line. They rally, cool down, test support, and then decide the next direction. For Tesla, the biggest test is whether the old $400 ceiling can become a new floor. That is what would make this breakout more convincing. For long-term Tesla investors, this is not a time to panic, but it is also not a time to blindly chase. Tesla's long-term story is still about electric vehicles, AI, autonomy, energy, robotics, and the future platform the company is trying to build. But even with a powerful long-term story, price levels still matter. So this week, the key levels are clear. Watch $420. Watch $400 to $407. And if Tesla rebounds, watch $440 to $450. If Tesla holds these levels, the breakout case is still alive. If it loses $400 clearly, we need to rethink the bullish scenario. The goal is not to predict every candle. The goal is to understand the structure, define the conditions, and stay calm. That is how long-term investors should approach Tesla right now. That's all for today. If you found this analysis helpful, please hit the like button. And if you want calm, long-term Tesla analysis without the daily noise, make sure to subscribe to Life in the Future. Thanks for watching. And as always, let's enjoy life with Tesla. Before we wrap up, let me take a moment to introduce myself. I drive a Tesla Model Y, and at home, I've installed a Tesla Powerwall, so I actually charge my car with solar energy. I truly believe Tesla is shaping the future, and that's why I share the latest news and insights here on this channel. I'm from Japan, but I want to connect with Tesla fans all around the world. That's why I also create an English version of my videos. YouTube now lets you switch the audio into your own language so you can enjoy it in whatever language you prefer. Most of all, I'd love to connect with Tesla fans everywhere so we can support Tesla together. I also share updates on X, so feel free to follow me there and let's connect. And If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.